Good morning, friends. It is day 2 of testing out here at Linear Caffeine Octane Speedway. Team has been here since 5 o'clock in the morning working on the steering on James' car, just doing a standard prep on Ben's car. Today's plan is going to be to make sure James' steering sorted, get James and Ben doing some tandem. The other thing is, we're trying to keep these cars under wrap. They have a drift event tonight, so we got to get packed up, get out of here immediately after, so no one sees the new cars. So, sounds fun.
Big shakes throughout the course.
Just another day out here, professional fun haver.
Those first tandem runs were insane. My guys got about 2 hours and 45 minutes. If you get a new car in one day, look what he does.
So yesterday we had a few issues with the steering, just new power steering system we're testing on both cars. It's working perfectly on Ben's car, but Ben has a different steering rack to what I use because I'm right-hand drive. So the steering rack in this car is not from a Mustang, and it's causing some little issues. So I'm getting big shakes throughout the course. So today we're testing some new things again to see if we can fix that issue. They made some changes to the exhaust system and the intake, and it sounds absolutely insane. I absolutely love how this car sounds. Yeah, I can't wait to get out there later on, run some tandem with Ben, and get ready for Long Beach.
I just ate some oregano oil, and I don't know what, I'm feeling my body right now, but dude, I don't eat ketchup because it gets spicy. I don't know how I feel. I'm just trying to process right now. It does smell like old people.
Ray told me people were starting to not feel good, so I brought oregano oil. That said, give you open your mouth. And he did it without even asking what was going in there. And I gave him the oregano oil, and he was like, tastes like pizza! We also have a new team member on the Fun Haver side, Morgan Oldham, coming out today. Ford and Ford Performance just announced that there is a Mustang owners experience for all new S650 owners. You can go online, sign up for it, and the first one's going to be in Long Beach. They're doing drift rides at Long Beach, a bunch of other cool experiences. So Morgan is going to be one of the drivers for Long Beach, Atlanta, and Hyperfest. So she's coming out to test with the RTR today to just make sure she's comfy. She's never driven an S650 Mustang, so I want to get her comfortable. I'm really pumped to have her on the team and bringing all her creativity and fun that she brings. So.
Just another day out here, professional fun haver. Getting the boys ready for round one, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot more of this, but, you know, they're already used to the bumper budget, but we're getting them used to the fender fun this year, so getting the zip ties out, baby. Trying to clean up.
Those first tandem runs were insane. A little work to do on the bank in the chase for Ben, but then James had a similar gap, so I'm wondering if they're just not used to the run up here. But Ben was really doing a good job being on James's door throughout all the infield. Now you're jamming. So we're setting up this, we have a little 200 by 200 area set up. I'm gonna show Morgan how drift brake. Have you seen this before? Mm-mm. You literally just push this button, go to track apps, and press drift brake. And it turns this from a parking brake into a drifting brake.
Nice.
So like a little kiddie beam. You just practice the figure eights first.
Yeah, let's leave it open and let me
Feel
get
that?
it. Yeah.
And then we can put some cones in.
Is feeling amazing. I am really impressed with the self-steering of it because everyone says that newer Mustangs don't have great self-steering, but it actually transitions quite nicely. I just have to pick up the throttle a little later. I have never used a handbrake that has been this amazing. I mean, I barely have to just pull it up and it initiates, but it is nice to be sitting in AC and doing donuts and drifting with AC on. So, and the car is like still cool and it's still working. So, God bless Coyote Motors.
All right, guys, we got about 2 hours and 45 minutes for cars. Got to be on the trailer. Look at this, guys. Tell the guy, 12 inches is 100 points for practice. And the man goes 13.
Send 2 cars out there, people get excited.
13 inches. Exactly.
I just got
It's a mind thing because you're like, look, I'm up here.
Yeah.
I want a little more angle.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the car's got the wheel speed. It's got the power. Just trust it.
Trust it.
Yep.
Yep. Will do. Thank you.
Yep.
I did a few things that probably should have not done, but hey, you don't know the limits until you find them. So you can't pedal for grip. Found that out, but find out once, and that's all we really need. So I think we're pretty dialed. Car feels good. I feel good. It's a freaking beast, but it's not a handful. So I feel confident, and I'm stoked. So ready for Long Beach.
This is what we came for.
Last entry behind him, chasing him, I did no handbrake, so I could keep up with him.
Yeah, it was great.
Behind him, no handbrake.
It was great. There was a spot where I saw you lift, and I wish you stayed in it because you would have adored it.
Me too.
So it's all good.
Hey, it's a learning curve. Big learning curve.
Nice laps in practice on Tuesday, Friday. You're gonna be good, bro.
100%.
All right, back from testing. We'll do a little damage report and then give you guys an update of what's going on. So you heard me mention that we're having a challenge with James Rack. We learned some things. So these are 2 bad racks that we actually found, but we actually learned that we were not getting full throw on the rack. So we had to machine some things and made some new adapters because we were basically just getting air caught in the lines. And frankly, last year somehow we got lucky and it didn't bite us in the ass. Speaking of rear ends, what do we got here? Oh, I'm not seeing the bumper. Both James and Ben got very little bit in the bumper budget, like just grazed it. I told them that 12 inches from the wall was 100 points. James and Ben both had a little grazer, but it was more of like a high five than a like, oh, come on, guys. But Ben, I'll show you what he did to his quarter. They already put a new quarter on. Look at these guys. Oh, yeah. That's more bestial. So, yeah. One day, give the kid a new car, and one day, look what he does. Just totally destroys a fender. So we got a bumper budget before, now we're gonna have rear quarter budget. Yeah, so that happened. But we learned that this layup of carbon is a little more fragile than we like. We tried something new, so now we're going back to next year. So thank you, kind of, Ben. Don't let it happen again. Unfortunately, when you have these last minute thrashes, you end up with some things that you were not hoping to end up with, such as an extra 150 pounds in James' car. This year we went from 2 straight pipes, which is what Ben's car is running, was running at testing, and what Chelsea, myself, and Adam all ran last year. And then we did an X pipe on James's car to make it sound a lot cleaner, a lot crisper, and it sounds, I think you hopefully you agree, like a supercar. So, woo! So Tycon came through, literally called them in the morning. We had this here today, overnighted from Texas, and our main man Josh has a freaking almost X-pipe already done for James' car. So basically, headers go in, boom, bank, and then go straight out to, you know, the rest of the exhaust system. So amazing. Ooh, did these come to? Are these the pie cuts that they send? So Tycon orders straight, and then they automatically offer you pre-done that come in any angle that you would like. So super sick. Thank you, Tycon. In fact, let's walk in here and I'll show you what we're replacing. So we're getting the titanium on James' car, and then Ben is gonna get, this is the exhaust that we brought off of James' car. So you can see, nice X pipe, beautiful, beautiful work, but just we gotta get some weight off the car. We went a little bit up, we put a little bit more roll cage in James' car. Obviously after he ended up on his hood, it had us reassess things. Not that the cars weren't safe, but James is obviously tall, and so we made some adjustments to his car and quite other few things that gave us a bit more weight. So we got a plan to get it out, but this is going on Ben's car. So both cars are gonna sound like the freaking unbelievable supercar Mustangs that you heard at testing. And then my car will also be getting one of these come Atlanta. So RTR vehicle is gonna have a whole new sound this year, and I'm really pumped on it. Yeah, a little bit more of the little teeny things that you change and adjust to get every little ounce performance for competition. Well, other than that, everything went, as expected with testing. We were, as you saw in my previous vid, we were just super, super pumped on Ben, and James basically showed up and did exactly what we expect him to do, which is be a freaking champion. We will see you in Long Beach. Get excited. Oh!